Get up, stand up. It's the morning lift. Praises up. Start your week with us. Get up. It's the morning lift. Speak your soul. It'll make you whole. He's in control. It's the morning lift. Get up, stand up. Praises up. It's the morning lift. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's the Morning Lift Show with Dr. Sean Kyle. It is Monday morning. It is, today's the 16th. It is 8 a.m. and it is time to get our show going, start to get our week going, get our week moving for spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental wellness. And you are listening to us on Intellectual Radio and iHeart Station. And we are so happy to also be broadcasting live on Facebook on my professional page, Dr. Sean Kyle. And I have in the studio today an amazing guest, someone who I have worked with for 17 wonderful years of my life, someone who has been with me on this spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental journey. I have her t-shirt on today. I don't have a Morning Lift t-shirt on today because today is all about our emotional attachment to our hair. We women go through so much. We all want to be beautiful. We all want to feel great. We all want our crown to be on our head, but we got to keep that crown on. And that is such a metaphor for so many things in our life. And so today, as we talk about sis, get your crown, we have Spring Capers, hair extraordinaire from Springs Place Salon, the hair studio in the studio today. We are streaming live from Intellectual Radio, and she is in her studio in the South Loop of Chicago. If y'all haven't been to Springs Place, y'all please go by there. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Spring and what she has been doing and how she got to be where she is. Spring Capers, the owner of Springs Place Salon, was born and raised right here in Chicago on the South Side to a family of hairstylists. Spring began her career in college, being the hairstylist to her sorority sisters. After obtaining a degree in accounting, she went on to become a professional hairstylist and is currently celebrating 32 years as a salon owner. 32 years. How could that be? She's only 40. So anyhow, Springs Place, the hair studio's mission is to create beauty inside and out by focusing on the overall care of her clients' hair for all textures and styles. Spring believes there are two things everyone's hair needs, no matter what the style: a healthy foundation and a hair assessment by a professional stylist. Spring Capers, along with being a hairstylist, is also a wife and a mother. I know her personally, and she has been around to take care of so many people's lives. She is now also a passionate life coach, helping women to elevate and live their best life. I am so honored to have my friend and hairstylist on the show today, Miss Spring Capers. She has such capable stylists in her shop. I have to give some love to Tamika. Tamika does my hair all the time too. And I've had some of the other stylists there do things. Miss Tina, hello to you as well. So Spring, it's all about you. My listeners want to hear about this journey that you have been on. What has been your wellness journey?
Oh, Sean, first I want to say thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure to share my journey with you and your audience. So ask me the question again. Okay. Let me wait.
What has been your wellness journey, girl? What has been going on with you in your life? How did you get to be here?
So my wellness journey always starts, taking care of myself first. I there is nothing I can do for anyone else unless I do the things I need to do for myself. So that is my mental, my physical, and my spiritual being. So I have to pour into me because the work that I do requires me to do a lot for a lot of people. So I exercise pretty regularly. Like I was an athlete as a kid, right? And raising kids, trying to manage a family, you give so much of yourself. So I think I fought pretty hard to keep up some time for myself physically. Spiritually, I have always, and I mean, fortunately, my foundation was good growing up in Catholic school and church all my life, and then continuing my journey in a non denominational faith base and spiritual, like mental and spiritual work that I have done on myself for most of my adult life. And then mentally, just steady learning, always trying to be a student. At this age, I still take classes, I still pick up a hair cutting book, I still read about coloring. So I think that is my basic foundation. I always take on something new to learn every year as an adult. So that's about it.
No, that's great. I mean, how we get to be who we are is so important for us to share our stories. And just hearing that you are continually perfecting your craft by continuing to read books and do professional development, even after 30 years, you still haven't learned it all, but you're still trying to learn more so that you can provide more to your clients. And I'm a beneficiary of that, right? I'm a beneficiary of that. You have been caring for my hair for 17 years. My daughter is 17.
Oh,
And I remember, right, the baby is 17. So I remember my first time in your shop. We had just moved to the South Loop. I had a brand new baby and I didn't know what I was going to do. My hair was a hot mess. When I say a hot mess, um, I'm going to show this one picture real quick. This is not the hair back then, but this is how it looked. This is how crazy I used to look. Look at that. And I had to show that because I had a head full of hair back then and it was just all over the place. And now I've returned to that. But that's how I looked when I came to see you back then. And you would take such good care of my hair and, and teach so much. Your business does so much for women. It does more than it goes beyond just our hair looking nice. You take such care, and your staff takes such care in teaching your clients how to care for their hair, even when they're at home, right? And so right now we got COVID going on. We got people at home, and I've seen you transform your business to be able to help others to take care of their hair while they're going through things at home. Share a little bit about what it's been like for Springs Place Salon during COVID and what you're doing with your clients at home.
well, yeah, this is the most incredible year I've ever worked in this industry. And I've been in the hair industry for almost 40 years. And so it definitely make you sit back and think what is most important. Because once the rug was pulled from under our feet at a salon in the beauty industry, people start thinking like, well, beauty is frivolous and what's the big deal? It's just hair. Um, so you should be able to go home and manage your hair. And one of the things that has stood out for me is no one, like they always tell women, you could do your own hair. What's the big problem? No one tell men that, you know, go ahead, cut your own hair. No one tells men to do their own grooming. So, and I thought about the pressure that's put on us for how we look and what it means. But what I found out during the pandemic, it's more than that. It isn't about how you look, and it isn't about beauty. It's a lot about feeling good. And grooming is not extra, it is a part of life. Taking care of your hair is like taking care of your face on your skin on your face, your teeth, all of those things. It needs grooming. And like we are different in our DNA, so is our hair. So some people are truly blessed with a ton of hair, which cost, and especially for African American women, it is more than most people think to manage your hair. And everybody always give their viewpoint from their own hair, but it's not equal distributed. So first I realized it is a real service that we give to help women manage their hair, for one. Two, women feel good when their hair when they get their hair done. There is like, I have done it for myself. I have seen the relief and the joy in people's face. It's a real thing. It's a real feeling that you have. And we kept saying, when you look good, you feel good, you know. And it's true. So during the pandemic, professionally, or the two things happened: what happened professionally, and then what happened for my community. For my community, we pivoted really quick and started doing Zoom classes for my clients, and stayed in touch with them throughout the whole quarantine in Chicago. So that paid off.
You sent very inspiring text messages, because I was a recipient of some of those and did some really fun things with the take home kits, like the at home
Yeah.
kits
Yeah.
you offer to your clients, so that they could still have your good products. And you met with us on Zoom and showed us how to properly detangle our hair. And you had some really innovative things.
Yes, and we are, one of the things we are learning this year with the election and our newly elect vice president, we are the most neglected group of people, Black women, and taken for granted. And just like everything that we do for ourselves is second thought. And I just think it's the first thought. And we all should step into all the things that we need for ourselves and getting our hair done, and the challenge our hair brings. You don't have to make an excuse for what you need for you to look good. So one of the things, and I take it seriously. So I took time. I would call people. I would call my senior clients. I taught granddaughters how to do their grandmother's hair. I put color kits together. It's not vanity wanting color. No one mad that you wear a different color lipstick, so you can wear a different color hair. You're entitled to that. So I help people manage so that they woke up feeling good about themselves. And that made me happy, that they were happy. And just to detangle your hair, just small things that women learn. And this is my goal. My purpose and my goal is to uplift Black women, to make them feel good and teach them whatever I have through my life experience that will serve them. It is not my ultimate goal to get someone in my chair. So if you have a hair issue, however we need to get there, whatever road we need to take, I'll help you get there. And that makes women feel good, because it's not all about just me trying to do your hair. It's about serving you for your needs.
Well, I am definitely can testify to that. It has been a journey with my hair. I share about my backstory so much. It comes out my mouth so easily. But just for those who haven't heard it before, my hair spoke a true, just life story, what's going on in my life. My hair changed as things were going on. And so people who know me can look at that and go, yeah, that really was going on. But when I tell it, it just manifests so much. So in my own hair journey with you, right, I had all this hair. I was one of those ones that you have called blessed, and I do feel blessed to have been able to always had very healthy, thick, long hair. It just came like that. You get genetics, however you get genetics. And it was always fluffy and bouncy, and you took really good care of it that way. And then things happen in your life. You have children, the nutrients go down. These kids pull all kind of stuff out of your hair, and your hair gets a little thin, and you got to get treatments to get it back healthy again. And it showed me that, man, your hormones really are so tied to your hair. And I noticed some things when I was feeling really happy. my hair seemed to go. When I was feeling down and sad or going through some things in life, my hair seemed to look very dull and dry and almost more brittle. Say, changes in season change your hair, changes in mood change my hair. So, after, you have children and your hair gets back healthy and all these things, when I was feeling great in my career and my marriage, my hair did well. When I went through divorce and then got lupus, that hair, stress and illness will do some things to you emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally. And my hair took the brunt of it. I remember being in the shower spring and washing my hair like normal, just a regular wash, and it came out in clumps. It was in my hand, it was on the tub basin, it was going down the drain. I got out of the tub. I was like, what's going on here? What is going on? Is this really happening? And then I started combing it and I said, oh my gosh, I am losing my hair. And so it was true. My mentality at that point was going down. I didn't know what to do. I was losing my hair. My illness was revved up, right? Lupus was taking over. I had all kind of body aches. The divorce was kicking up. I didn't feel pretty. And so everything was falling apart. But what did your talented crew there do at Springs Place Salon? Y'all fixed it, and y'all fixed it for me, not just with my hair. I'll show this picture. Y'all fixed it. Y'all fixed it. This is 2016, before my hair started to fall out. It was long and fluffy and full. And then 2017 is when all the stuff hit the fan. I got to say stuff. Morning TV, and it's the spiritual radio. But all my hair fell out. But y'all gave me the best cut ever, right? Look at that. Tamika cut it. She styled it. She put color in it, shaped it up. And I felt like my emotional well-being was served, not just in, a vain way of being pretty. It was all of a sudden when I felt better, as you mentioned, my hair looked better. It got all cut off, but it was like a freeing moment. Like the cut actually freed me from the emotional and mental baggage and illness baggage I was carrying at the time. And then that's 2020. Y'all just did that like 3 weeks ago in your salon. So my hair is beautiful and well in 2020 because of the things that you offer there. So it's never just about getting your hair done. It's about how that hair makes you feel. Whether you have to cut it off and start over, it is okay. It will grow back, just like your mental stability will grow back.
Yes. I love how you said that when I read your words about that. It was like, oh my goodness. I never even looked at it that way. I just do it so naturally and never put words to it. But it's so true. And me personally, I'm it's giving me goosebumps thinking because I have cut my hair off so many times that never even thinking how revitalizing I am doing to myself by shedding that. But your words made it make sense. I just go over the different people that has happened to. One of the things that is huge for me during the pandemic, and one of the things I have not taken for granted, is the fact of touch. I am one of the few people that can touch people during this time, and I do it as safely as possible for myself and for my client. But I am consciously aware of the shape and the feel of people's head, when it's in the palm of my hand, and the pressure I put on their scalp to soothe them more so than just to clean their hair. And and to your point, the things what we are trained just naturally. So, like, say I've been doing hair 40 years, and I have clients that I've done, say, over 30 years, and I've seen them age in their being, and I've seen them age in their hair. We don't discuss it. No one will say, "Ooh, your hair is thinning." No one says that. you know. We just take note of it, a lot of times because it comes natural. I only answer the question when it's asked to me, like, does my hair feel, and I try to figure out, let them say it. I don't want to say it. But during the pandemic, I have seen the change in my clients' hair, whether it's thinner, grayer, just the life of it. And so I can feel the effects, the physical effects that the pandemic is having on them. And another reason why, as safely, I don't take this frivolously for people, just come on and get your hair done. No, cautiously get what you need because you need more than your hair done. And we have a long way to go. One of my neighbors, I kept telling her, I was like, girl, I don't care if you're in the house every day. You have got to do something to your hair. And she ran into a stylist of hers and she drug her in and she texted me. She said, oh my God, thank you so much. I didn't realize how much I needed it because it gives you life. It really wakes up your being and put life back in. And let me be clear, whether I do it or someone else, it's a luxury to have someone else do it for you.
And you all do it very safely there.
Okay.
You're being very modest about this thing, but I have not seen. I look at a lot of stuff on the internet and on social media. I look and see what other people are doing in other salons, and I'm gonna tell you, when I saw that y'all and you know, I've been coming there a long time, so I had the expectation I was gonna walk in the door and just sit myself down. No, y'all took my temperature. Y'all had me to put those booties on my feet to cover up, not to bring any of that dirt in there. Y'all had everything sanitized. The stylists are working with gloves on. You have partitions between the seating, those plastic partitions. Y'all are taking and you're taking such good pandemic proof care. So it's more than just come in there and get your hair done. Y'all are protecting people physically, right? By
Yeah.
doing all these COVID protections. And then when you touch us, you're touching us with gloves. So you're protecting yourself and you're wearing masks. You're
Yeah.
wearing masks and you're giving masks to your clients. So
Yeah.
when they were washing my hair, it was touch, it was physical touch, and you need that. You need your scalp to be massaged, you need to feel like somebody is moving things around in there. But you did it so safely. It was very good to see.
Thank
Very
you.
good to see.
Thank you, John. Yeah, the beautiful thing about a salon community, it is community and family, and it's real community because we have so many resources. So when we were in quarantine originally, I have quite a few doctors and different types of physicians that supported me and educated me on what was needed. I had my own Dr. Fauci and CDC guide. And so they took me through steps of how I kept myself safe and how I kept my clients safe. So the main thing in protection is to protect your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. And we wear gloves because we are required to, and we are trained in sanitation just from our profession. But to get the idea, we don't always have on gloves. We wash our hands more than anybody, have always done that. So that helps keep us safer. But the thing that they did, like one of my friends who's a dentist, she got her sanitation stuff and she ordered me some. She gave me the ability where I wouldn't have known to get medical grade disinfectant. One of my doctors, when she was ordering masks for her office, she allowed me to piggyback on her order. So the community here is great. It has always been there, whether you wanted to a lawyer, a cook, a teacher. My teachers used to come and tutor my kids, help them with homework when they came and got their hair done. It's such we take for granted the barber shops and hair salons, what they do for the Black community. They are the cornerstone for our communication, for our information, and our resources, tons of resources. So they all got me ready. And then I had two ER docs walk me through what I needed to do daily to stay safe. And I am happy to say, and thank you, Sean, for highlighting what we have. And I also, this is my most proud moment of what I did. My HVAC guy, a good guy, came through and he put a air purifier on my furnace and a 5-inch filter. The air purifier kills germs, and the 5-inch purifier helps take all the particles out, and a humidifier to put moisture back in the air because the dryness helped keep the virus alive. So that was not only because I like living too. So not only for my own safety, but for the safety of my clients. And actually, with the new advisory, we're meeting today to take some more measures. Like one of the things, and it's so difficult. I do not take it lightly, but one of the things you have to ask yourself, balancing your financial being with what is right. And so I think this is probably one of the hardest decisions is in this environment where I could work as much as I've been working, I have to ask myself, should I? And so I'm going to have to take a hard look and see where my people are. Fortunately, we start preparing when we came back to work for a situation like this. So I hope and pray we will be prepared financially to do that. But it's a hard decision when you support others for their livelihood.
Yes, thank you for sharing that because there's so many small businesses that get affected because of the pandemic, and we all want to be safe. Like you said, you want to live, right? You want your clients to live,
Yeah.
and I know you will be creative because again, you put out those kits and all kinds of opportunities for us. We couldn't come there, so I have no doubt that we're gonna all know that spring cares for us because you care so much more than just about our hair. Our hair is our crown. And as you said, we get so much coming to your salon of resources that we need in our life on our journey, on our walk. I've met my dentist there. I've met my kids' teachers there. I've met my pastor there. I've met so many people, my doctor there. I've met so many people that pour into my journey. And so I've seen that evolve over time. And as I've talked about my transformation, I know you have several clients that have gone through transformations with their hair and trying to keep their crown, whether it be because of an illness or because of something they were going through. And I would be remiss to say, all this beautiful hair I got back is because I'm happy. It's because you all took care of me. And I got a new love in my life. Let me not forget to tell people I got remarried. So the journey gets better. But so many people go through transformations in your salons. I want to share a couple of these pictures and you can talk a little bit about clients. I'm not asking you to share any secrets because we all tell secrets at the salon now. But I'm not asking you to, invade their privacy or violate their privacy. But just share with us a little bit about. I have 3 photos for you. Kind of the transformation with these ladies' crowns that you were able to do.
Okay.
Okay, this is the first one. Just walk us through what we got going on here.
So this is a very dear friend of mine, and this is maybe a little of her story, and this may be a little, but of quite a few stories. This was so crazy. So we got locked down from March to about the 1st of June. So the 1st of June is this mad rush of my people. And typically the people that got relaxers, that have color, they came running, right? And so we had that rush. And then it died down. And then I started noticing that I had clients that I know her hair like hers that just would not come. I was like, what's that color looking like, girl? What you doing? And then it dawned on me, everybody was not ready to come out like that. And just everybody's level of comfort and fear and safety, I had to gently let them know it's okay. It's okay. Do what makes you feel most comfortable. So finally, after, and I think I just cut her hair last week. So she, what's this, November? Yes, and I probably, oh my God, she has about 8 months of a new growth of color. And so much so, she said, you know what? I'm going to let it go and let me just rock my natural hair color. So what we did was we were cutting off most of the old hair color off her hair and let her wear her natural gray. And that's what we came up with. So it was fun. I saw her actually yesterday. And one of the things I like to do is step away from my chair if I see your hair and I'm like, ooh, that looks good. That lets me know it really looks good to me.
And it probably alleviated a lot of her emotional baggage too. If she's at home and not really sure how to color her gray properly and take care of it, it might have been part of the reason why she let it go. And then she comes in there and you cut her this cute style. You cut off her burden almost, right? You cut off the color and the hair that may not have been, as easy to care for at home, and gave her a cute cut that she can manage naturally on her own at home. I'm
Yeah.
sure that made her feel
Yes.
fabulous.
Right, because I have to tell women a ponytail is not a hairstyle. It is.
Okay, so here's another one of your clients that seemed to do a big transition. I remember when my hair got cut and then dyed a different color. I was a whole new girl, honey. I was all the way fabulous with my little shortcut bob with blonde highlights. What we got going on with this cut?
So this too, oh my God. I don't know. I'm feel kind of emotional even talking about her hair. Now she has been, and not all the time, but started off a client of mine when she was so young. I would say over 30 years ago. And she was a young girl. And we have been in each other's lives throughout with our kids. My youngest and her second oldest graduated from high school together. Went to school, same school my oldest went to. Anyway, she has had a journey. And this was the tipping point of change for her. And so when she came, I think I cut her hair before. So it was like, like some people take a little leap into change, right? So she has gorgeous, soft curly hair so that when you cut it short, it could just go. She could wash and go real easy. So I did that, I want to say way before the pandemic. So then she came back and she was like, no, I really want a change, like a whole makeover, meaning haircut and color, so that she become a brand new person. And so I did, and she just let me have my way. She didn't ask for nothing specific, and that is the ultimate for artists. If you just let them do what they think is best, and you just rock it, you step into the look that they put on you. That is your best benefit. If you can trust the person, they have the skill set to do it, then let them do it. And that's what she let me do. And then her mom came back. I felt so good for what I put into her life by doing her hair. That was a good one.
A good transformation story. I'm sure, if she were here, she would share similar things that you're saying. When she got that cut and that color, she was a brand new woman. And
Yeah.
it did some things for her emotionally and mentally that allowed her to then move forward. I love that.
And and to your point, Sean, we don't know when we're stuck.
Mm.
And think about it. How many times, no, I don't want that. No, don't. No, I don't want to change that. No, I want to keep this the same. When someone is offering you a door to go through that's not familiar to you and maybe a little bit uncomfortable because you don't know, but allow that person to introduce you to something new. And
That's,
you get a brand new world.
that's right. We have one more picture for you.
This is my yes girls. So, okay, this one is this makes me excited too, because a lot of times, what we do, we are doing hair from the youngest age. We have had people bring call us about a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and we had to cut it off. We kind of really like to start at 5-year-old. 3 will help you with your 3-year-old, but we always know the journey of a woman's hair and their hair care. So, like 5 to 12, your mother is telling you what to do with your hair and guiding you. 12 to about 16, you have taken over your hair. Basically, it's part of your liberation. And then when you go to college, it's your rebellious hair years. So you get a gamut of things, crazy colors, different styles. If you were straight, you go natural. If you were natural, you go straight. And here's the situation: when you go long, you go short. And so this is one of my college students, and one of many that I have seen transform, whether I've done them or not, that go from long to liberation. That's what I'll call it. From long to liberation. And she cut all her hair off. She wanted that freedom. And it's funny, we had to tell her and prep her for, the waking up the next day without her hair, like you say, your crown, and the attachment you have to it, and then stepping into the liberation of your hair. And so this is one of my babies that I've known her since she was in her mom's belly, and that supported me, and I support her.
I'm telling you, I love that you said that from long to liberation, because that's exactly how I felt. I had this long hair, and I'm like, something's wrong with it. It's falling out. And y'all cut that hair off, and I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. I felt liberated. I felt wonderful. I love that. Then I went home, and you said prepare for the next day. Well, y'all prepared the college students. I was not prepared. The next morning, I was like, oh shoot, it really is short. Okay, all right. Let me reflect and think about what am I supposed to do. Okay, it's a whole different routine, a whole different life when it was short, right? But I could do anything. I mean, I was free to wash my hair and just slick it back with some gel, like the picture I showed before, or I could blow it and curl it. It had so much more opportunities for me to express myself. And it wasn't that I took my crown off. I put on a different crown. I had a whole different hair attitude. When I had short hair, I felt like I was free to be a different person than I was with the long hair. I was free to be more expressive, more creative, more imaginative. I could try new things. That's when I became a vegan. I started working out and in different ways. I tried yoga for the first time. I started doing some new things when I felt like I got a different crown. I had a spicy crown on when my hair was short, right? And I go through that same kind of thing when I get my hair highlighted there. When I change the color, I'm like, oh shoot. My husband calls it I have hairitude. Go there and I change my whole look. So hair is so freeing. These crowns we wear, we interchange them. And we may need to put on a different one when we go through something in life. Or maybe you don't have to go through anything. You may just want to try something new. So what have you seen? What have you seen with people who go through transformation and change their crown? Why are we so attached to our hair?
Well, the thing that is, and I like how you're saying that you change your crown because you examine yourself. Like I always say, when um when you can't sit still with your style, it's a reflection of your life. You're not sitting still with your life. I have clients that come probably some every week, every 2 weeks, and I'll have they want a different hairdo every time. I'm just like, girl, what is going on with you? Like, what's with the variety? Like, settle down. And so, to teach people like the patience to grow your hair out, right? It takes patience and it takes stillness to allow the process to happen. And we get so caught up in controlling things. And growing hair, you cannot control. You just have to wait on it. And you have to have the patience. And so, me personally, having to walk people through that patience, guide them through it, and support them through it. Like I literally have methods of growing your hair out in terms of styling, like the path we have to go on. Like one of my my most famous lines, and some people say it back to me that I say it so much, is where are we going? And when I say that with your hair. Where are we going with this? You know, and I need you to stop and think about what road are you getting ready to go on? Because we're taking your hair with you. And even when you're growing, like I talk about taking my kids from child to teen to college to professionals, I have to walk my people through, okay, what's your professional journey? What job? Now, here's the thing. I've been in this industry 30 plus years. And here's the effect it has on me. I've had to change because we're living in Midwest conservative area, conservative town. And but I love the millennials that will cite back to you, that's against the law. They cannot tell me how to wear my hair. And I love it because it has liberated me too for them. So I pepper that with, okay, how how conservative is the company? Like, how will this affect your livelihood? You could be the activist and the righteous one, but pick your battles. So choosing paths, like even professionals, my medical professionals, because they're so smart and they save lives, hair doesn't matter. So they're the ones that like just do anything. My lawyers, because they have to go in the courtroom and present, they have to have a more polished look. So, and anywhere from the gamut of that to my youngest is a school teacher who had pink hair, you know it's and then guiding her like, okay, what are you saying to your first graders? Where should we do it a little darker? Walking women through, like you say, you work out, okay, what's going to work? Straight hair, natural hair is not going to combine with that workout. So it's a multitude, a variety of things that I have to help people and guide them through to make it like a seamless journey, because it's constant. Your hair is with you your entire life. And no one, no one just wakes up and go. There's no such thing. Yeah, like Beyonce is wishful thinking.
What? I didn't wake up like this, Spring. I didn't wake up like this. What you talking about? You can't tell people that. I tell people all the time, I woke up like this.
Even in the natural world, wash and go. It's a wash, but it ain't a go. It's
I love
not.
that. I love that you say that the hair kind of speaks a tale about who you are when you enter the room. I love that. I notice that's one of the first things I notice about women when they walk in the room is their hair, and not in a judgmental way,
Mhm.
but hair, like your clothing, tells people a lot about who you are. And so, like for me, I change my hair, right? Sometimes in the summer, I wear my hair with the kinky twist. That tells everybody, oh, that's Sean's summer hair. She foot loose and fancy free. She goes to the beach, right? She's calm and cool. And then in the winter, I wear it more like this, more calm, more just long, straight, body waves or whatever, because now it's time to get back to business. But I like that you shared that our hair tells a story about it. So when you say, and you've said that to me many times, where are you going? Where are we going with this? When I come in there, I'm like, oh, shoot, just dye it, cut it all off, let's do it. Well, where are we going? And that's an important thing for all of us as women to stop and take inventory of. When we think about our life, we think about what we want next, what we want to introduce into our life, what do we want to happen, what do we want to manifest.
Mhm.
Taking that inventory speaks volumes, or your hair speaks volumes about what you prioritize and what you take inventory of. So I love it. Don't stop asking people that question, because it helps them put them in a mental space. It's not just your hair, it's who you are. Your hair is part of you.
And it has to fit in like a routine. It's not a haphazard thing that you do. The beautiful thing that this day and age has given us is protective styles, so that you can have a break, and it's your choice which path you go down, whether everything has a consequence. And I'm going to say that again: every hairstyling has a consequence, positive and sometimes negative. So you choose it wisely, like there is no out, there is no way out, there is no door that will relieve you of the responsibility of caring for your hair. And I see so many in search of that. They want to wake up and go. There's nothing I can do to give you that. Even if you shave your hair bald, your hair will be growing back in the next day. And in 2 weeks, you're going to need another haircut. So no matter if you just call yourself, it's going to mat up, and it's almost going to give you a headache if you don't comb your hair. And so there is no path out like that. So the thing is, what path works best for you, and choose that path and make it make sense to you. And like I said, and it doesn't limit you. You can have some fun with it. The ability to add hair and change your hairdo is freeing. And and you may want to be straight sometime. Be straight if you want to. You may never want to be straight. Don't get your hair straight. But also know where this is leading you. The one thing I do know, whatever women do, they're going to change their minds. I don't care what style it is. It's not permanent.
I love that. I love that. I love that you're exposing all our little secrets today. I'm telling you. You're telling everybody all about it. We will change our mind. I want to show you this picture. Your stylist, Tamika. Tamika does my hair and my daughter's hair a lot of time. And again, I told you I had that baby at 17 years ago. So I always know she can come to Auntie Spring and tell y'all what she wants done with her hair. And so my daughter Peyton has changed her hair 1,000 times around there. And I was one of those moms like, can you just do my baby's hair? She's 2. I don't want to do it. I don't know what to do. And you gave me lots of care tips back then. You made me wait till she was 5 too. But she was in that salon when she turned 5. So this is Tamika. She actually dyed Peyton's hair at 16. So you say that when they get 16, they get that, time getting ready to go to college, they get rebellious. Well, this was one of her rebellious times, but it turned out beautiful. So would you recommend, your salon allows, teenagers to change their hair color. Some places are like, no, don't change your hair color. What do y'all do to kind of allow teenagers to make decisions for themselves and help them on their journey?
So it starts at, you're right, it starts at about 16. So we design like a timeline. I grew up with that kind of thinking. My dad was like, at this age, you can go out on a date. This age, you could do that. So what we did with the young girls, we were at 16. You might get a little color, like a highlight, uh, and as they work their way up through high school, a little more color. And then when college, 18 was what my dad used to give me my freedom. So I said, okay, 18, choose. And it really depends on who's paying for it. Will determine what I can do. But I kind of help with the parents, like, don't choose this fight. Find something else to fight. This too shall pass. And walk them through, even though my oldest, I didn't let her do. I feel so bad. She wanted purple hair, and I was like, no. She had gotten a job, but it was so bad. She was so mad at me, and I was like, oh, you missed the window. I might have to go back and give her some purple hair.
You might have to go back and let her re-step into that door and let her get that out, because
I love
yeah, you might let her do that again. When I let Peyton do that, it gave her such freedom, and I was very hesitant.
Yeah, that's a battle you can let go of control. Let them have that. You could save your no for something that's way more important. But the girls, oh my God, the thing that warms my heart the most. So, in this, in our community, we have a history of horror stories in hair salons with kids growing up. And I'm going to tell you my aunt was born in 1922, and she lived to 95, and she did hair up until 80. And, I always went to the hair salon. I was in grammar school with a 2-week appointment. So then when I became a stylist, I came up in the 80s with a salon, and that's when salons transformed to no children, because we were having adults that didn't discipline like we were disciplined, and pro and con of it, not judging it, just didn't. But the salon couldn't sustain that. So that's when I remember first having a no children salon. So then I had kids, right? And which introduced me to a whole nother market. I don't even know where kids were. That's why I think we turned our kids over to the braiders back during those days, because Black salons were moving in a different direction. So when I had my daughters, I would do their hair, and I saw little girls in my neighborhood. I started doing their hair in my home. And next thing you know, I got a whole kids business, right? And so just walking them through that journey and caring for their hair, and then letting them feel, turning the table on not being welcome where there are older Black women. I'm like, no, no, no. So one of the things I will be most proud is that I've nurtured so many young women, babies coming in here and guiding them, like you said, not only with their hair, but they'll say some things in the whole salon like, no, baby, no, no, no. That's not good. Don't do that. So, yes, that has been a joy.
I love that. Well, thank you for always giving her good advice when I'm not around, because she comes home and tells on all of y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all give her great advice on her teenage years. I truly appreciate it. All her aunties doing those things. I hate that this show is ending so soon. There's so much more to talk to you about, Spring. But let me just ask you this. I know people want to know. What if you had to tell them one thing to do? If you had to tell women one thing to do, if they want to, they're going through something or not, they just want to change. They're thinking about making a change. COVID got them going crazy. They're in the house. They got to go back in the house, but they want to do something. What is one thing you would want women to do with their hair if they needed to do something now to make a change?
Um, I know I'm so biased in for my profession because two of the things we've been saying through COVID, once we get people, we like, girl, you work too hard to do your own hair. You work too hard, and you make too much. You make money, too much money to have to do that. And so, and I mean, from my salon all the way to the girl next door in the basement, somebody is doing hair from $10 all the way up to $1,000. So you can get in where you fit in terms of it. But I beg black women, let someone serve you. Let someone nurture you. We can give to one another, and we can support one another and heal one another. So that is, like I say, you work too hard, whether you are a EMT or you are a professional, a judge, a lawyer, doctor. You work too hard not to take a few dollars and spend on yourself. And we've been doing that since Madam C.J. Walker. You know, our mothers did it. Our grandmothers had every 2 week appointments. So not to come to me because I can only do so many, but go somewhere and let someone take care of your hair.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. As a granddaughter of a kitchen beautician who was a side hustling sister, okay? She did hair every Saturday and Sunday for it seems like hundreds of people in the community. So my hair was always done. So I appreciate you saying that. Always let somebody touch on you, take care of you, serve you to get your emotional well-being together. Thank you, Spring.
Thank
I want to show you a couple more shots. I want to show our audience a couple more shots of my favorites in the salon. Of course, here's one of you with my daughter going to a homecoming dance. Spring is very great and gracious with her time with our teens. And then this is us. She's in the same dress, but anyhow, going to a cotillion. So here in your salon, you take care of both mothers' crowns and daughters' crowns, and you have been part of our hair journey, our emotional journey as a family. We appreciate you. We appreciate all stylists out there who do more than just hair. You help Black women keep on their crown, whether they are going through an illness, whether they go through a job change, a promotion, a termination, a media scandal, a divorce, a new marriage, you know, whatever it is, you have taken people through it and kept their hair on their head and help them transform emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. And so I appreciate you. Keep doing what you do. I can't wait to see what you come up with new kits for us to do now that we have to go back in here in Chicago. So just keep doing that.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thanks for having me and letting me speak this. I love it.
Well, we're going to do it again soon. There's so much more to talk about with our emotional wellness. And so I'll definitely have you back on the show. Maybe we could do a live show and you could do my hair, or maybe not a live, because I don't know if I want everybody to see how I look when it's wet.
Transform you, girl. We will transform your life live.
Maybe we can do it. We can do it. I don't mind. I don't mind people seeing it. So thank you so much. And again, this is the Morning Lift Show with Dr. Sean Kyle. I'm here every Monday morning at 8 a.m. here at Intellectual Radio and iHeart Station, and streaming live to Facebook on Dr. Sean Kyle. If you want to watch us on playback, you can play it back on the website for the show. It is www.themorningliftshow.com, www.themorningliftshow.com. I have a calendar of events there with all of the upcoming shows, all of the past shows. The videos are there. You can play all the episodes back. And upcoming next week on the show, on November 23rd, I will have Dr. Angela Mahone here, a psychologist, and also Dina Dodd Perry here, our yoga enthusiast. And we'll have them both on the show talking about a topic of coping with COVID, with the upcoming holiday season. people are going through things mentally, and we want to give you some help, that it is okay to reach out for help. It is okay to seek professional help, and it is okay to get some mindfulness and meditation in your life to take care of you. Have some self-care. I want to say thank you to my Sisterhood Society of the She Shed sisters who are watching today. Get your wellness girl in that She Shed. And thank you, of course, to Faith Forward Ministries. Without those followers, without the love of my ministry, I wouldn't be able to do this show. And go out there and see spring. I got my t-shirt on, if y'all can see.
Thank you.
My Spring Place Salon shirt that I support. Go out and do that. Do something for yourself today. And I'll be here next week, Monday, 8 a.m. Talk to you then. Bye now.
If you have enjoyed The Morning Lift, please visit our website at themorningliftshow.com. You will find upcoming events as well as options for donating to our 501c3 organization. Be inspired, be uplifted, and be blessed.